The fans at the Annika Prom did more than simply applaud when that 47-foot birdie putt eventually fell on the back nine. For a moment, they were silent as they took in what they had just seen. Because a golf world record that had been unbeaten for years was just destroyed by Caitlin Clark, the woman who has already changed basketball history. And Tiger Woods himself broke his silence to reply within a day. Nor flattering remarks, nor generic congrats. The most closely watched player in golf history, Tiger Woods, publicly admitted what everyone was already aware of. This was not a famous person playing golf. This was an example of transferable brilliance in surgery. The score was 61 on the scorecard. The lowest score a non-professional woman has ever achieved in an approved prom competition. A Guinness World Record was broken. The headlines won't tell you this, though. There is much more to this performance than just one amazing round. It reveals the championship DNA blueprint. On a completely different battleground, the same mental architecture that made Caitlin Clark unstoppable on a basketball floor is now in control. And click the like button immediately if you think the spectacle's backstory is truly important. It indicates that you are interested in the entire study rather than just the flimsy hype. Let's cut through the clutter and investigate what actually transpired on the course. Because many of you have been claiming for months that Caitlin's athletic prowess goes beyond basketball and that her court vision, spatial awareness, and capacity to perform under intense pressure aren't basketball-related abilities. These are the skills of elite athletes. As it happens, you were right. What transpired at the Annika Prom was spectacular for more than simply a basketball star attempting to play golf. The golf legends who saw it firsthand attested to the fact that it was world-class by all standards. They're still having trouble coming up with the appropriate terms. Prior to delving into the record-breaking round itself, it is important to comprehend Caitlin Clark's persona away from the spotlight. Because this golf performance wasn't unexpected. Weekends weren't just about AAOU competitions and basketball camps. When I was growing up in West Des Moines, Iowa, Caitlin and her brothers were frequently taken to the course by her father, Brent Clark, who is an ardent golfer. Before turning 10, she hired a driver. Additionally, family interviews revealed that she was fixated on her swing in the same manner that she would go on to dominate basketball. Caitlin disclosed something crucial in a previous interview. I loved how golf challenged me mentally, she remarked. The ball, the elements, and you are all alone. Just concentrate and read between the lines without using a shot clock or defense. Talk about recreational hobbies is not appropriate. With 5 defenders collapsing and 20,000 fans yelling, she can make game-winning threes thanks to the same mental toughness. The capacity to ignore everything but execution. That isn't the DNA of basketball. That translates and is championship DNA. She would discreetly attend charity golf events during her record-breaking seasons at Iowa. Her swing wasn't casual, as fans saw. It was the kind of form that experienced coaches spent decades honing. It was forceful, fluid, and technically accurate. She turned to golf as a mental diversion from the constant media attention she was subjected to during her WNBA rookie season with the Indiana Fever. However, she elevated it to an entirely new level at the Annika Prom. Now, since context is important, let's discuss what the Annika Prom actually is. This isn't any casual celebrity golf weekend with medals for participation. This charity event, named for Annika Sainstam, one of golf's all-time greats with 72 LPGA victories and 10 major titles, mixes professional golfers with well-known athletes and celebrities. The twist is that the majority of famous players only want to make it through 18 holes without being completely embarrassed. Not only did Caitlin Clark make it through, but she completely rewrote the script. First cup of tea. For personality, the audience turned out. Selfies were what they desired. The show was what they desired. They were hoping that basketball royalty would try something new. However, the entire energy changed after 9 holes. This was no longer entertainment. This was a real-time masterclass. Caitlin completely bombed a drive that landed only 10 yards short of the green on hole 7, a 347-yard par 4. Give that some thought. A 337-yard rocket with ideal roll and trajectory. Commentators were unable to contain their disbelief. This isn't just impressive for a basketball star, one person stated on television. This golf swing is truly exceptional. Every feature, including the distance, control, and technical execution, shouted one thing. No one was aware of the thousands of hours of devoted practice. She had only just begun. Caitlin hit that legendary 47-foot birdie putt on the back nine, curving like one of her trademark deep three-pointers. The audience erupted. The world's top female golfer, Nelly Korda, and major champion Brooke Henderson, who were Caitlin's playing companions that day, shouted, "Let's go Caitlin," across the course. These women, who have dedicated their entire lives to mastering golf, were genuinely shocked. Nelly Korda continued, "We're watching her sink putts from distances we struggle with, and she's treating it like a Tuesday morning warm-up." After that 47-foot putt, Annika Senstum, the host and a member of golf aristocracy, came over and said something amazing. "You simply made it appear far too simple. Not courteous celebrity endorsements. From one tale to another, that is acknowledgement." When Caitlin Clark's round was over, the scorecard revealed a surprising tale. 61 points. Not only the lowest for a celebrity participant in the event's history. The official Guinness World Record for the lowest score in an authorized Pro AAM event by a female non-professional. Obliterated. This is where things become even more intriguing, though. Not only did that performance shatter records, it started a quantifiable cultural change that is still taking place. The LPGA's social media platforms gained almost 300,000 new followers in the 48 hours following her world record round. Record numbers of people watched the Annika Prom rerun on Golf Channel. Perhaps most importantly, a wave of younger fans, particularly young women, started showing an interest in golf all of a sudden. Caitlin Clark is directly cited by many as the cause. "I started watching golf just because Caitlin played," a fan wrote on Twitter. "I'm truly addicted now." Someone else remarked, "Caitlin makes golf feel cool, like I actually want to pick up a club." Here, making the connections shows something significant. Caitlin Clark is not limited to her dominance in individual sports. She changes whole landscapes. TV ratings, retail sales, basketball attendance records, and now golf's appeal. Everything she comes into contact with develops into a cultural movement. And please leave a comment now before we continue. Which sport ought Caitlin should try next? Because the options seem endless based on what we've seen. These investigations are motivated by your involvement, and we are interested in your thoughts. It is now referred to by analysts as the Caitlin Clark effect. Her presence has been shown to lift entire leagues and events well beyond their usual reach. It's not hype from celebrities. The influence is quantifiable. It's even been openly acknowledged by LPGA insiders. "We've never seen engagement numbers like this from a single participant," one source told reporters. She attracted a whole new audience for women's golf in general, as well as for Caitlin Clark's material. That's the distinction between a cultural force and a star. Stars are brilliant. The entire terrain is reshaped by forces. However, let's discuss what transpired following the conclusion of the round. Because the story becomes much more captivating at that point. Legends from a variety of sports responded instantly and unanimously to the news of Caitlin's golf world record. In a thorough interview, Nelly Korda, the top female golfer in the world right now, stated, "Caitlin's swing has pure rhythm, incredible strength, and this eerie calm. She could actually compete at a high level, but I'm not saying she should become pro. That is not courteous, media-trained compliments. That is an accurate technical assessment from a person who can spot exceptional performance." Annika Sorenst went one step further and described Caitlin's performance as a masterclass in concentration and flexibility under duress. Focus, flexibility, and those particular adjectives come to mind. These are more than just golfing abilities. These are the same attributes that made Caitlin the most successful collegiate basketball player in history, and the most influential rookie in WNBA history. Excellence is not limited to just one sport. It can be transferred. It takes the same mental architecture to drain a 47-foot putt in front of thousands of spectators as it does to sink a game-winning three with 5 defenders collapsing. The response from the basketball community was as forceful. The 4-time champion and WNBA star Sue Bird tweeted, "She's literally rewriting record books in another sport now. This is inconceivable." "I see you, Caitlin," said Steph Curry, who is well known for his serious golf talents and organizes an annual charity tournament. Greetings from the basketball golf crossover group. Curry, however, didn't end there. Fans flocked to the comment sections as soon as he personally asked her to his upcoming charity golf game, offering a mixed team structure. The notion of two of basketball's best shooters, Curry and Clark, competing on a golf course. That is a television appointment that is just waiting to happen. The answer that altered everything then arrived. Even Tiger Woods offered his opinion. Not by means of a publicist or a general declaration. "Athleticism and focus like that transcend sports," Tiger wrote in a direct post. "Caitlin Clark deserves congratulations for a fantastic round. You've officially reached a new level of notoriety when Tiger Woods, the most renowned and scrutinized golfer in contemporary history, publicly recognizes your play." Celebrity civility was not what this was. Athletes from different generations respected this. This is where things start to become pretty intriguing. Major golf brands are reportedly circling Caitlin for possible partnership deals, according to a number of sources. The breadcrumbs point in the direction of something important, but we're entering into rumor area here. If these rumors are true, Caitlin Clark might be the first athlete in contemporary history to sign significant endorsement deals for both basketball and golf at the same time. The business ramifications alone are astounding, but more significantly, it reflects a deeper understanding of how athletic brilliance is valued and acknowledged in 2024. Let's take a closer look at the larger pattern that is developing here. Caitlin's brilliance extends beyond a single court, league, or sport. When the mental basis is solid enough, excellence is truly transportable. Under tight scrutiny, she drains a 47-foot putt with the same clutch poise that enables her to make game-winning threes in front of hostile fans. Her ability to read greens and calculate wind angles is closely related to the same spatial awareness that enables her thread to make impossible passes through traffic. Her world record golf round was the result of the same meticulous preparation that made her a legendary collegiate basketball player. When you realized months ago that basketball was insufficient to contain Caitlin's athletic prowess, you were right. Her capacity to elevate everything around her, her court vision, and her ability to make decisions under duress. These characteristics aren't unique to basketball. These are the characteristics of a once-in-a-generation athlete who performs very well at the basic level. The sport is merely a means to an end. The quality is shared by all. Caitlin revealed something to media following her record-breaking round. "I just wanted to have fun out there," she stated. "I can unwind and take a mental vacation when I play golf, but my inner competitor never completely disappears." There, read between the lines. Authenticity is that. Regardless of the arena, whether it's basketball, golf, or anything else, that person truly enjoys competition in its purest form. She has an innate desire to succeed. This moment's cultural influence goes well beyond a single outstanding scorecard. Young athletes are picking up important lessons from watching Caitlin Clark. When the foundation is properly laid, greatness in one area can undoubtedly translate to excellence in another. Mental toughness, methodical planning, and a sincere desire to do better. Regardless of the particular difficulty, these attributes lead to success. Caitlin is doing more than simply shattering records. She is redefining what is achievable when exceptional skill and a strong work ethic come together in a variety of fields. What comes next, then? What additional barriers is Caitlin Clark going to destroy if she can simultaneously revolutionize professional basketball and break a golf world record in what is effectively her free time? There is already a lot of conjecture. Will she participate in additional elite golf tournaments? Will she be sought after for exhibitions by other sports leagues? Will she venture into completely uncharted athletic territory? The world is undoubtedly observing. And there have never been more expectations. This narrative is far from finished, and the next episode may be even more surprising than this one. So if you want to keep up with every development in the Caitlin Clark phenomenon, you must subscribe and push the notification bell immediately. Every advancement, record, and cultural change she produces is being monitored. In the following video, we'll look at how the WNBA is reacting to Caitlin's growing prominence outside of basketball and why some league insiders are secretly worried about the league's future. That analysis is something you won't want to miss. There is no stopping down of the Caitlin Clark era. It's speeding into uncharted territory. This is the result of combining championship DNA with boundless potential. This is the real-time manifestation of transferable greatness.